Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation on transforming work habits and well-being with Microsoft 365. Today, we'll explore how harnessing technology, along with personal strategies, can help us create a more balanced, productive, and healthy work life. Over the next few minutes, we'll cover practical tips and insights to support your well-being while staying efficient at work. Let's get started. Let's explore how planning and preparing for positive change can really make a difference in our work lives. Today, we'll look at transforming work habits and well-being using Microsoft 365. On this slide, you'll see that the focus is on practical strategies, things you can start doing right away to manage your workload better, reduce stress, and improve your work-life balance through the capabilities of M365. I'll share a personal story that illustrates how technology can have a powerful impact on our overall well-being. It's about how the right tools can help us stay organized, connected, and mindful of our boundaries. This session is all about improving your work habits with Microsoft 365 tools that make a real difference in managing daily challenges. So, as we go through, think about how these strategies can be applied in your own work environment to foster a healthier, more balanced approach to work and life. Welcome to Slide 3, where we explore how Microsoft 365 can help us make positive changes in our work habits and overall well-being. As we look at transforming our daily routines, it's not just about the technology itself, but how we can leverage it to create a more balanced and productive work environment. Here, I want to highlight that Microsoft 365 offers tools that support smarter work practices, improve communication, and foster collaboration, all of which contribute to better well-being. Now, I'd like to connect this to the broader theme of the presentation, using digital solutions not just to work more efficiently, but to enhance our quality of life. And on a personal note, beyond my work with Microsoft, I'm also passionate about creative pursuits like woodturning. It's a way I blend creativity with technical skill, which I believe is similar to how we can approach technology, using it creatively to improve our daily routines. I've been active in the Microsoft community since 2007, and even help organize events like Collab Days, which are great opportunities to learn and share ideas. And for those interested in connecting, I'm Paul Hunt, a Microsoft MVP and M365 solutions designer at WTW. I've been recognized for my expertise since 2016, and I love helping others discover how to use Microsoft 365 to its full potential. So, as we move forward, think about how these tools can support not just your work, but your overall well-being. Let's take a moment to explore who I am and what this presentation is really about. We're focusing on transforming work habits and well-being through Microsoft 365. On this slide, I want to highlight that the story I'm about to share reveals how embracing technology and making intentional changes in behavior can literally save your life. It's a powerful reminder that our approach to work and health are deeply connected. We'll see how the intersection of work habits and technology can positively impact our overall well-being. And at the core of this session is a personal story, something very meaningful, that starts with a life-changing event. This story is meant to inspire us all to think differently about how we work, live, and take care of ourselves through the tools and habits we develop. So this slide takes us through a very personal journey that really highlights how work habits and well-being can be transformed through tools like Microsoft 365. Paul's story begins with a challenging period where he spent 3 months recovering from major heart surgery, a quadruple bypass. This recovery period was a critical time for him, not just physically, but also in how he managed his work and health. Before his surgery, Paul experienced a heart attack right after presenting at Collab Days in Helsinki in 2019. That event was a wake-up call, showing how important it is to prioritize health and well-being, especially in demanding work environments. What this story underscores is that, even in the face of serious health issues, adopting the right tools and habits can help us regain control and improve our overall well-being. It ties back to our overall theme, how Microsoft 365 can truly support us in transforming our work habits for a healthier, more balanced life. Let's talk about some of the key health risk factors that can contribute to heart issues, including heart attacks. High stress levels and excessive workload are major contributors to health problems. When we're overwhelmed at work, it can take a toll on our physical health over time. Unhealthy eating habits also play a big role. They can worsen the risk of chronic diseases like diabetes and heart disease. Additionally, a sedentary lifestyle, meaning not getting enough physical activity, significantly increases health risks. These challenges are all too common in modern work environments, and they require us to be deliberate about managing them. Recognizing these factors is the first step toward transforming our work habits and improving well-being with tools like Microsoft 365. Now, on this slide, we're focusing on identifying the problem areas that can impact our work and well-being. The goal here is to look at practical ways to manage disruptions and set healthy boundaries. For example, it's important to know how to effectively break away from the desk and switch off after work hours. This helps us recharge and maintain our mental health. We also want to explore ways to control our working hours and available time, ensuring we have a clear separation between work and personal life. Improving work-life balance is essential for long-term productivity and happiness. Another key point is reducing stress by adopting better habits. Small changes in our routines can make a big difference in how we feel and perform. Finally, we'll discuss managing workload effectively, so we can stay on top of tasks without feeling overwhelmed. All these strategies tie back to our overall theme of transforming work habits and well-being with Microsoft 365, helping us create a healthier, more balanced approach to work. Let's start by looking at how Paul manages his day using Microsoft 365 tools. He plans his day ahead on Teams Mobile, which helps him stay organized and focused from the very beginning. He also curates his tasks in Microsoft To Do, setting priorities early on so he knows what needs his attention first. This kind of proactive planning is key to staying productive and reducing stress throughout the day. Next, while he's having breakfast, Paul reviews important messages from overnight using Copilot on his mobile device. It's a quick way to catch up on anything urgent or relevant so he's not caught off guard when his day starts to pick up. This simple habit keeps him informed and ready to tackle his tasks. And of course, mornings for Paul always begin with a healthy breakfast. Taking that time to nourish his body is just as important as planning his work. It sets a positive tone for the rest of the day, helping him stay energized and focused. All of these habits, planning ahead, reviewing messages efficiently, and nourishing himself, are great examples of how integrating Microsoft 365 tools can support both work habits and well-being, which is really the theme of our session today. Let's start our day by managing our mailbox efficiently. I recommend doing some mailbox curation first, which means sorting and prioritizing emails, and then closing Outlook to avoid getting distracted by incoming messages. This helps us stay focused on important tasks. Next, it's important to have some flexibility with our start times. Life can be unpredictable, so adjusting our work hours to accommodate emergencies or personal needs can really reduce stress and improve overall well-being. Then, I like to block out the first 2 hours of the day as focus time. During this period, we dedicate ourselves to deep, meaningful work without interruptions. This not only boosts our productivity, but also helps us feel accomplished early in the day. Putting these habits into practice with Microsoft 365 tools can really transform how we approach our workday, making it more balanced, focused, and effective. Let's talk about how we can enhance our focus during the morning work hours. Using noise-canceling headphones can be a real game changer, especially when you have urgent calls or during busy periods. They help block out distractions and keep your attention where it needs to be. Now, staying connected and communicating seamlessly is also vital. Mobile apps like Teams and OneDrive make it easy to stay in touch with your colleagues and access files, no matter where you are. This means you're not tied down to your desk, and you can work more flexibly throughout the day. Finally, I want to emphasize the importance of taking care of ourselves during lunchtime. Reserving that time for healthy eating and a quick walk can do wonders for your mental and physical well-being. It's a simple but effective way to refresh your mind and recharge for the rest of the day. All these habits, using noise-canceling headphones, leveraging mobile apps, and prioritizing healthy lunch breaks, are about transforming how we work and feel throughout our day, aligning perfectly with the overall goal of improving work habits and well-being with Microsoft 365. Let's take a closer look at some of the lunchtime habits that help us transform our work and well-being with Microsoft 365. First, project work is often scheduled between calls, which allows us to leverage our tools effectively and multitask more efficiently. This approach helps us make the most of those smaller windows of time during the day. Next, Paul, for example, performs a second and sometimes even a third mailbox curation session. This helps him stay on top of communications without feeling overwhelmed, ensuring important messages don't get lost. And in the afternoons, our schedule often shifts to calls, especially as our U.S. colleagues start their day. These routines are designed to optimize our productivity and maintain clear communication throughout the workday. Overall, these habits show how flexible scheduling and effective use of tools can enhance both our work output and our well-being. Now, let's look at our afternoon routine and how it ties into our project work. On this slide, we focus on transforming work habits and enhancing well-being using Microsoft 365 tools like Viva Insights and Teams Quiet Hours. These tools are really helpful for managing transitions between tasks and encouraging us to switch off at the right times, which is crucial for maintaining a healthy work-life balance. We also see that scheduled calls with our U.S. teams can sometimes extend our workday beyond the usual hours. This is an important point because it highlights how external commitments can influence our end-of-day routine. The start time of our workday and the workload we have play a big role in determining when we finish. If you start early and have a lighter workload, you might finish sooner, but if your day begins later or is packed, it can push your end time further out. Finally, the factors that influence when we conclude our workday include the start time, the workload, scheduled calls with U.S. teams, and even how many hours we worked the previous day. All of these elements interplay to shape our daily work pattern, and understanding them helps us better manage our time and well-being. Let's talk about how AI-driven support can really transform our work habits and overall well-being. This technology helps reduce cognitive load, meaning it takes some of the mental effort off our plates, so we can stay focused on the most important tasks. When we're traveling, it can be tempting to open Outlook repeatedly to check for urgent emails, but with this support, it summarizes those emails and replies for us. So, we avoid unnecessary distractions and stay streamlined. And speaking of catching up, Copilot is there to help us review important messages and events from the last 12 hours. It's like having a personal assistant that keeps us up to date and on track, no matter where we are. All of this ties back to our goal of working smarter, not harder, by leveraging AI to support our focus and well-being throughout the day. Now, let's talk about the importance of proper BYOD policies. These policies are essential not just for protecting our data, but also for supporting mobile productivity scenarios, like those we've demonstrated earlier in this session. When we have clear guidelines in place, we can help ensure that our organization remains secure while allowing employees the flexibility to work from their preferred devices. Implementing effective BYOD policies can also lead to significant cost reductions. By enabling employees to use their own devices, we can save on hardware expenses without compromising security standards. It's a win-win situation that promotes efficiency. Finally, BYOD policies give our team members the flexibility and freedom to choose the devices they're most comfortable with. This flexibility can boost morale and productivity, and it aligns perfectly with our overall goal of transforming work habits and enhancing well-being through Microsoft 365. Let's take a closer look at how Microsoft 365 helps us manage tasks more effectively. All tasks we create or assign surface in Microsoft To Do, giving us a unified view of everything we need to handle. This makes it much easier to stay on top of our workload without switching between different apps. Now, to enhance our organization and collaboration, Loop workspaces and OneNote are integrated. This means we can organize tasks more intuitively and share notes seamlessly within our team. Teams meeting Loop components also play a key role here. They bring the task management experience directly into our meetings, making it easier to track and assign action items on the spot. Outlook tasks are also part of this integrated system. You can manage your responsibilities directly from Outlook, which keeps everything in one place and reduces the risk of missing deadlines. Overall, Microsoft 365 connects tasks across multiple apps, like To Do, Loop, OneNote, Teams, and Outlook, ensuring a smooth, collaborative, and productive workflow. Now, let's talk about navigating the M365 task ecosystem. One of the key strategies here is regular curation. This means taking time each day and each week to review and organize your tasks so you're always focusing on what matters most. By doing this consistently, you can stay aligned with your priorities and avoid getting sidetracked. This approach also helps you manage your visibility and workload more effectively. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by everything at once, you can break things down into manageable parts and keep your workload in check. To make this even easier, tools like Planner and To Do are incredibly useful. They allow you to organize your tasks clearly and prioritize what needs to get done first. When you use them regularly, it becomes much simpler to stay on top of your work and ensure you're focusing on the right things each day. Overall, regular curation combined with these tools helps transform your work habits, making you more focused, balanced, and productive. Now, let's look at how task curation with Planner and To Do is transforming our work habits and overall well-being with Microsoft 365. These enhancements are really designed to make task management simpler and to cut down on the manual effort involved. One key area is streamlining task management by seamlessly syncing DevOps tasks into To Do, which helps us manage projects more efficiently without switching between multiple tools. It's all about making our workflows smoother. Another exciting feature is AI-driven task identification. AI can now scan your emails and automatically recognize which messages should turn into actionable tasks, saving you time and ensuring nothing slips through the cracks. Looking ahead, we're also working on Copilot integration. This will analyze your to-do lists and suggest focus areas, helping you prioritize what really matters and stay aligned with your goals. Altogether, these improvements are about creating a smarter, more integrated approach to managing work, which ultimately supports better productivity and well-being. Now, let's look at some future task enhancements with Copilot and DevOps. These strategies are all about transforming our work habits and improving our well-being with Microsoft 365. First, a key point is protecting your focus time. This is crucial because it helps you stay productive without constant interruptions. One way to do this is by maintaining VIP and urgent subject lists using M365 lists combined with Power Automate. This setup allows you to receive alerts only for critical emails, so you're not constantly distracted by less important messages. Next, we want to limit how often we check our emails, ideally just 2 or 3 times a day. This simple change can significantly reduce stress and help you stay focused on your priorities. The main takeaway here is that these tools and habits work together to create a healthier, more focused work environment. When integrated into our overall strategy, they help us work smarter, not harder, ultimately supporting both our productivity and our well-being. Now, let's talk about how to improve our focus and safety during calls. Using noise-canceling headphones can really help us concentrate, especially when we're on important calls. They block out background noise, allowing us to stay focused. But it's also crucial to stay aware of our surroundings to maintain confidentiality and ensure our safety. Being mindful of what's around us helps prevent accidental disclosures and keeps our environment secure. Moving on to email management, one simple tip is to avoid using Outlook Mobile if possible. This helps reduce email overload, which can be a major distraction and stressor. Instead, I recommend using other M365 mobile apps like Teams, OneDrive, and Engage. These tools allow you to stay productive on the go, whether you're commuting or working remotely, without being overwhelmed by your email inbox. Overall, these practices are about transforming how we work, making our routines more efficient, safer, and more focused, all with the support of Microsoft 365 tools. Now, let's look at how we can break free of the screen and truly transform our work habits and well-being with Microsoft 365. One powerful tool is Viva Insights, which helps us develop focus plans. These plans allow us to block distractions and maintain a healthy work-life balance. For example, you can pre-book lunch breaks, ensuring you take time away from work to recharge. Scheduling focus time during your day can also boost your productivity and help you stay on track. Another useful feature is setting quiet hours through the Viva Insights app. This helps protect your personal time and minimizes interruptions outside of working hours. It's a great way to create boundaries and prioritize your well-being. Additionally, configuring your work hours in Outlook is essential. By setting your availability, you prevent colleagues from booking meetings or calls outside of your designated work time. This way, you can control your schedule and ensure you have the space to focus and unwind. All these tools work together to help you create a more balanced, focused, and healthy work environment. All right, let's talk about managing disruptions and notifications to help us stay focused and boost our well-being with Microsoft 365. First, one simple but effective tip is using noise-canceling headphones during calls or when you need to concentrate. They really help block out environmental noise and keep you in the zone. Next, it's important to close Outlook after you've finished your Mailbox curation sessions. This prevents constant email distractions from pulling your attention away from more important tasks. Another useful strategy is leveraging Power Automate and Microsoft 365 lists to filter your emails so that only VIP or urgent messages alert you. This way, you're not overwhelmed with every email that comes in, just the critical ones. Scheduling focus time blocks in Outlook or Viva Insights is also key. By setting aside dedicated periods for deep work, you create those uninterrupted stretches that are essential for productivity. And don't forget about Teams notifications. You can customize your settings to prioritize only the most important alerts and mute non-urgent messages. This ensures you're not constantly interrupted for less critical updates. Connecting all these points, it's clear that managing how and when we receive information is crucial to transforming our work habits and well-being. These tools help us create a more focused, less stressful work environment, which benefits both our productivity and health. Let's talk about fostering respectful communication habits. It's important to encourage colleagues to respect each other's boundaries by sharing your preferred working hours and quiet times. This helps create a more considerate work environment. Next, setting clear boundaries for working hours is key. Before making calls, check if the person is available, set a clear context for the conversation, and estimate how long it might take. This way, we avoid unnecessary interruptions and respect everyone's schedule. When it comes to calls, planning them thoughtfully makes a big difference. By being intentional, checking availability, clarifying the purpose, and estimating duration, we make our interactions more efficient and respectful of everyone's time. Now, a really useful technique is adopting the no-hello approach. This means minimizing trivial greetings that can disrupt our workflow. Instead, we get straight to the point, saving time and reducing unnecessary back and forth. Finally, we need to recognize that Teams conversations often span different time zones and can take days to resolve. So, instead of replying immediately to every message, it's better to set expectations for response times. Embracing asynchronous communication helps us stay productive without feeling overwhelmed by constant notifications. All these strategies, respectful boundaries, thoughtful planning, and embracing asynchronous work, are about protecting your focus and fostering a healthier, more respectful way of working with Microsoft 365. Let's talk about managing work habits with Microsoft 365. One of the key areas is controlling notifications and managing mailbox intrusions. It's essential to learn how to say no to unnecessary interruptions so you can focus on what really matters. Setting boundaries is crucial here. Using tools like Viva Insights, virtual commute feature can help signal your work and off hours. Additionally, enabling quiet hours allows you to switch off notifications effectively, giving you time to disconnect mindfully. Speaking of disconnection, adopting mobile apps such as Teams and OneDrive can support your productivity while you're on the go. Supporting policies like Bring Your Own Device, or BYOD, helps maintain a balance between work and personal life. When it comes to mobile productivity, scheduling focus time and lunch breaks is vital. Using Microsoft To Do for task prioritization helps you stay organized and ensures you're working on the right things at the right time. Protecting your time is also about setting boundaries. Using Outlook's work hours settings makes this easy. And don't forget to leverage Viva Insights analytics to get a clearer picture of how you're managing your time so you can make informed adjustments. All of these strategies come together to help you manage your work hours more effectively, reducing stress and improving overall well-being. It's about creating a sustainable work rhythm that supports both productivity and personal health. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. I really appreciate your interest and engagement throughout this presentation. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear your feedback. Your thoughts are invaluable in helping us improve and tailor our future efforts. Please feel free to share any comments or suggestions you have. Remember, this is all part of our ongoing journey to learn and grow together. Once again, thank you for being here, and I look forward to connecting with you all again soon.